Okay, so what's the attitude of the believer when it comes to this? Or how should we behave when we're in these times where there's a lot of fitan and there's killing, or there might be killing between groups of Muslims? What should be the attitude of the believer? And how can we prepare for a lot of these signs and for a lot of what's to come? Number one, we said seek knowledge and any kind of knowledge, related to the religion, of course, because there's knowledge that's not beneficial. And the Prophet used to, in his dua, seek refuge with Allah from knowledge that's not beneficial. So this whole knowledge is power thing, and this is my personal opinion, feel free to disagree. When you just tell me in general that knowledge is power, that's nonsense. First of all, there's useful knowledge and useless knowledge. The Prophet used to make dua to Allah and seek knowledge, refuge from knowledge that is not beneficial. Ilmin la yanfa', knowledge that doesn't benefit. Like this guy married this guy, celebrity married that guy, this cartoon character voice is by so and so. It's not beneficial. So that's the first thing. Then within knowledge that benefits, it's not power until you apply it. So don't tell me knowledge is power. No, when knowledge is applied, it's power. But to just have knowledge and not act upon it, how is that power? So seeking knowledge and not to underestimate any form of knowledge, any of Islamic knowledge. And part of that goes with respecting knowledge and respecting the people of knowledge. And, and also to connect with Allah. If anything, in our time now, wallahi, it's time to be connected to Allah Azza wa Jal. And it's time to get to know Allah at times of ease. If you're now in the world and you're living at times of ease, it's time to get to know Allah at times of ease. So when the times of difficulty come, and everybody goes through difficulty. Some will go through personal difficulties, others will go through these intense, enormous difficulties that we were told about in the ahadith. So at time of difficulty, Allah subhanahu wa ta'ala will be there for you. So take advantage, if you're in times of ease now, to get to know Allah. And the example is that of Yunus alayhi salam. When he was in the belly of the whale, he kept making dua to Allah subhanahu wa ta'ala. He kept making mention of Allah subhanahu wa ta'ala. And there's a narration that says when the angels heard the voice and the dua of Yunus alayhi salam, the Prophet Yunus, from the belly of the whale, they said, "Oh Allah, this is a familiar voice, but it's coming from an unfamiliar place." And we've heard this voice before, because Yunus used to make and call upon Allah, make dua constantly. So we know this voice, Allah, but it's coming from a very unfamiliar place. It usually never comes from the bottom of the ocean. So, and that's why, and it's also narrated, it's said that when Fir'aun was about to drown, and he said that he believed in whoever Bani Israel believed in, the angel said, an unfamiliar voice. And we've never heard this voice before. So make sure you have a familiar voice with the heavens. And of course, the most important thing is to be patient, to be steadfast in times of fitan, in the times of difficulty. So we don't know what we're going to live through in our lifetime, wallahi, but for sure, knowledge will get you through it, Allah will get you through it. And if we don't go through it, meaning if we don't make it past it, at least we're not on the wrong side, and only knowledge will protect people from that. So, and when I say be patient, being patient also means controlling the tongue. If we see things that, and in our day and age, I know they say there's freedom of speech, but in our day and age, for the Muslim at least, there is no freedom of speech. And someone might see something in the news, and it might make them so upset, and they might say something that they'll regret or they get in trouble for later on. So, keep patient, keep calm, and don't go and say something that will just cause you and your family problems, and it will not benefit anyone at all. And I'm not saying this to say you become a coward or anything. Speak the truth, but you don't have to make heroic statements. Like some people would believe it's like their position to make a heroic statement or make a call for jihad. Sorry, sweetheart, you're not the one who makes the call for jihad. It's not done like that. Where some guy who is 21 is upset from what he sees on Facebook, so he puts a call for jihad on Facebook. All this is part of, honestly, not reacting properly, and it's just going to bring harm to the individual as well. The call for jihad is done by those who can make it, and those would be scholars, and it's not just, whoever feels like it, having a bad day, his car won't start, and okay, forget this, let me go make a call for jihad on my Facebook page or what have you. Sallallahu alaihi wa sallam. Jazakum Allah khair for attending listening. Assalamu alaikum wa rahmatullah.
A world of knowledge awaits you. Enroll now at almaghrib.org.